The worst year for a lot of us for our mental as well as physical health. So joining us this morning is best-selling author, coach, and fitness expert, Lisa Goldenthal.
Hello and welcome. I'm Lisa G, your host. You're at the top of your game, yet the game is changing faster than ever. Strategies that got you here aren't the ones that'll keep you here. The pressure is relentless, and the fear of obsolescence looms large. That's why I'm here. Welcome to the new podcast series, Disrupted: How to Be Gritty and Unlock Performance. This is your chance where I sit down with today's tops in business, mindset, wellness, and success to help you master disruption and thrive.
Thanks for coming, and I'll see you soon.
He's the visionary CEO of Coaching 2100, a pioneer in human resources, technology, and digital marketing. With over 25 years of experience, he's been a transformative force, particularly in leveraging AI to revolutionize the gig economy and portfolio careers. His entrepreneurial journey includes acquiring an AI company for $2 million and successfully exiting it in 2021, showcasing his ability to identify and capitalize on cutting-edge technologies. Congratulations. I am so thrilled to welcome to the podcast the man, the myth, the legend, Phillip Corey Roark.
Hello, Lisa. Thank you so much. That was very kind of you.
Well, I'm thrilled to have you here because I'm thrilled to be a part of Coaching 2100, and congratulations. I know it's just going to be launching now. So this is a hot project. So let's jump into some of the topics about thought leadership and AI related fields. And how do you align your Coaching 2100 with your brand's mission to develop AI leadership?
Well, it is our mission, and it's when I started working with the company Coaching 2100, and the idea and the concept of it. It was the third or fourth iteration of some ideas that had been kicked around and tried for a couple of years, incorporating all the things that I'd learned in my past career as a CEO of a SaaS company in London for 25 years, and which you mentioned, where we really in that company, we democratized the career. So it was such a mission that we had. It was huge. We were part of it, hundreds of thousands of people around the world who were working in the same way. But we felt like we were special, having started in 1996. So it was a long time ago. And
Wow.
We were some of the very first people to ever have SaaS technology, period. And then we were the very first people to have the types of technologies we developed for the careers, mentoring, coaching space. So using all that experience and knowledge, knowing that people from any type of background who have the passion and drive can change the world, knowing that's true, it's natural now to have had the clear transition away from that former life into this one, which is the next stage of really our human evolution. It's the era of AI. This is the year of AI. And as you said, in 2019, I bought my first AI company, but I was so overwhelmed with my other company. AI was there. Predictive analytics was the type of business that we purchased. We laid it on top of our HR technology stack so we could do better predictive analytics reporting for our customers, or we could offer that. No one knew what we were talking about. I didn't know how it worked. It was really funny, but it was an experience just to go through the process of even evaluating it and doing the deal. And I felt like I was part of history in doing so. But it was until 21 when I finally exited that I was able to really start to put my brain to what does all this really mean for us.
Yeah.
And it was natural that coaching means so many things now than what it used to mean. Look, I was in a meeting in Bristol, England in 2006, and there was a huge debate over telephones. Should telephones be used for psychology and delivering counseling services or not?
Right.
Okay, so that was a fascinating conversation. 2003, this time frame, because it was psychologists against technologists
Well,
who didn't believe in the advancement of the telephone as a technology, right?
that's
So it's crazy, right? Now we think, okay, you can do online counseling, you can talk to people on the phone, you can do this sort of thing, and you can receive counseling and doctors' prescriptions and all the things that you can do now that were really experimental back then, 2003. And then you have to realize how far we've come, but there are still now with AI, there are going to be the same types of conversations and debates again.
yeah,
One of my favorite ones is around with regard to coaching. What is coaching? Coaching is a defined process. Coaching is someone asking questions and teasing out of someone what it is they're trying to find with themselves. Coaching is not advising,
right.
right? But coaching's taken on a new meaning in our society today. A lot of people are coaches that in the past would never have existed because those jobs didn't exist. Those opportunities weren't there. You're a coach. You're a health and fitness coach. You're a business executive coach. You do a lot of different types of guiding and coaching in all different definitions. And some people agree with parts of it and some people don't,
Yeah.
right? Because
I
they,
feel like, yeah,
yeah,
it's like you have to stay relevant and you have to stay up with new technology, which is why I was so excited to have this conversation with you because it's like the people that didn't believe in the telephone 25 years ago, and look where we are with everybody being able to meet on Zoom. And
exactly.
and what is an AI leader? Like, what are some of the definitions and essential characteristics of an AI leader?
Well, and finishing off the coaching piece for you, because I'm
Ah,
sorry, I'm
please.
just kind of there's so much to talk about, right? And
It's
so
so exciting that I'm all over the map.
no, I'm all over the map. But what I'm hoping to express to the listeners is that coaching means so many things today. We do so many things with that word, and for us, coaching 2100 means preparing people for the future. And for
Yes.
us, the word coaching means getting ready. It means preparing. It means helping. It means guiding. It means supporting. That's what coaching means to us. And we do that one-on-one. We provide opportunities for executive coaching and coaching to occur within our organization in the most traditional sense. But we also do it in ways today that are really earth-shattering. I do have to use that word because while we don't see that as competitive to the industry of coaching and learning, but we are preparing and we do have advanced technological AI. We call them agents who are able to provide coaching services in a way, on demand type services, advisory services, guidance in a way that no one's ever had before. It's sort of like having an Encyclopedia Britannica, if you're from that era, but the best ones ever, and everything interactive, and you can have it on your shoulder all day long.
I
And you
love
can
it.
and you can talk to this encyclopedia all day long. And we have in a way, with support of our agents, given them more of a human form and figure and idea. They're all doctors or professors, by the way, because they deserve it. And I call them they, and I call them people, and I refer to them and talk with them in a conversational manner, and it works incredibly well. Um, and we, of course, had many of the problems people have, like hallucinations and things like this, but we really don't now. Things are really progressing. They are learning so fast all the time, and they're advancing in amazing ways. So that's coaching for us. Is that
Yeah.
we're using AI directly for coaching, and that's going to bother some people. I know that, but it's also creating opportunities for us and for other people as well. So I'm not worried about what it's going to do. I know we're going in a good direction.
Well, I'm not bothered by it. And that's in particular why I wanted to have this conversation with you because you are a visionary. And I know a lot of times, this can go over the head of people who are like, what the heck? And at the same time, if you have an open mind, if you have a growth mindset, if you're excited about learning, then here's your opportunity. And and you have these agents that can help, but they're not humans. So obviously you still need the human touch. So I think sometimes people are afraid of technology where it's actually helped me so much to shorten like hours and months into seconds and minutes. So
Mhm. Well,
let's
that's
just get into like some of the ways that AI leaders can help us?
Yes, exactly. And you've said a lot of it right there, which is speed. So work faster or perform faster or act more rapidly or what seems. Look, there's a saying that I used to know from people I've worked with in the past, they say speed kills. Going too fast could cause you problems. And that's true in our frailty of humanity. But what we're able to do with our AI agents or with other AI tools and capabilities is move more rapidly. It's gain access to information. And if you know me, you know that I started my career in the 1990s in affirmative action, and I did a lot of work in on the word access, which has been a driver for me my whole life, my entire professional life. People who have access have power.
Yes, I love it.
Access equals power. And if you look at the affirmative action programs around the world, not just the United States, a lot of the measurements of that are based on how much access people gain through those initiatives, the access they didn't have before. And the internet has been an amazing democratizer. That's what we call it. It means that people get access to things they didn't have before. Like we talk about the gig economy of the portfolio career. Those aren't throwaway words. Means that people who used to lose their jobs had no options, or people who were working sat at their desk or sat in their truck or whatever place they worked, and they were there forever.
Right.
And the world is now a world of choice. And that means that employers are better employers and employees are better employees to be the best. And we're going to do the same now again. AI is helping us take another step, not just to have the information, but to be able to use information and gain access to information so much faster and to be more productive. And ultimately, with what we call 5.0, Industry 5.0, which is based on, and this is where the leadership piece comes together for us, it's based on the European Commission's Industry 5.0, which is the fifth industrial revolution.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really what they identify as the last industrial revolution of humanity alone, because everything we do after this is led by machines. And the
Yes.
success of 5.0 means we walk hand in hand with machines. And the first industrial revolution was we put machines to work for us for the first time with engines. So look
Yeah.
how far we've come over 250, 300 years. So I love these these conversations. And when you get into the leadership part specifically, which is what you asked me, it's that great AI leaders is a new way of talking about leadership. We have good leaders, we have great leaders, we have great AI leaders. And great AI leaders will differentiate themselves by thinking differently. They won't be thinking about ways of doing things the way we've done in the past, because they'll be required to bring the machine into the mix
Mm-hmm.
and focus on the human. And that's the part that probably surprises most people when they hear this. The focus is on us as human beings and our contributions, how unique and special we are, and how in combination with machines, how incredible we can use our capabilities to advance in every aspect of society in our lives.
I would also add that access is power, but knowledge is power. And we're giving these leaders chance to have better performance, better productivity, and better skill sets if they keep that open mindset and they use these tools to make them better. So how can these leaders ensure that AI is a core part of strategic decision making?
I'm going to say something that I hope that people don't take the wrong way. Okay. And what I
Okay.
mean by that, I want to say it in a sensitive way. I mean it in a sincere way. The first thing that AI needs to do for most people is help them with their career
Okay.
so they don't lose their jobs.
Mm-hmm. That's really true.
And it's hard to say that to some people that it's time to start using AI to protect your career as your first selfish reason. And the reason I believe that is that if you are not doing it, others are. And those who do are going to be
Yes.
better than you.
It's
But
like AI isn't going to
yeah,
replace you, but the people that don't use AI will get replaced. So AI is going to make you irreplaceable. I want this to be really optimistic. And then the last question was just about it can actually help you make better strategic decisions.
it can help you make better conversation with your loved ones. Sometimes you just don't know the right things to say. Or sometimes you don't know if it's what you're saying is the right thing. But you can find ways to use AI technology empathetically for yourself in your life as advisory, as guidance in every aspect. When we do training and management programs back in the 90s, we always said to people, this isn't just for your 9 to 5. This is for your
Right.
life. And
Yeah.
AI is for your life. And people need to start to understand it's my go-to. Remember when Google came out? It was years. I would say, I need to Google that. It was kind of a joke, wasn't it? Google that, Google that. But then there's an app for that. There's an app for that. These funny things, right? But it took me a while to remember Google it. Like I would I would go look for a book or I'd be reading something online. I'd be looking for a dictionary or something. And I can just Google this. It took me a little bit of time to figure it out, to remember.
So
And
this is as important as Google was, as
mhm,
important as the wheel was, as important as the telephone was. And we're
yes,
here to help you leaders adapt to this new technology to help you be unstoppable. So do you have any finer wisdom bombs you want to share with the audience about how they can be unstoppable with Coaching 2100 and your new launch? Because I'm super excited about it. I've adapted AI into my life and it's been life changing. And that's why I'm super excited about the possibilities.
and you are completely genuine in that. Since I've met you, you've been such a wholehearted person about your interest and what you want to do. And I think that's a really great place to begin. Is first your mindset.
Yeah.
And a great AI leader sets the tone
Hmm.
to focus on leadership in a different way. And for example, is to challenge teams to go further, much further, to read, to study. It's to re-engage themselves and others in a new form of education. And really, we have to all can go back to school. You're going to
Yeah.
feel like you're a teenager again. I feel like we're all 15 again, and we're going to finish high school together, and we're going to go to college, and we're going to go on. And I'm not kidding. It's a mindset, and I don't care if you're 15 or if you're 85. It's a mindset you can adopt. It's a mindset you can start to engage with in your personal life. It's enriching personally. And that's the other part about AI that I think is so fascinating from a leadership perspective. It's to not always focus on the commercial aspect of AI projects. And we talk about AI not being adopted because the ROI may not be there. But the concept is think about legacy. This is now a time of legacy. What does that mean? It means the work that we do, the projects we do, are laying the foundation for the rest of this century. They're laying the foundation for how our children and grandchildren are going to live because
Wow.
we're setting the tone for the
Yes.
future. And that is how important our roles are as mature adults with professional backgrounds and experiences. We have probably the greatest responsibility since the greatest generation. Since the greatest generation, which is the generation that we all admire and look up to, our generation now gets to be one of the greatest generations by taking this responsibility extremely seriously and bringing it forward the
And
best
it
we
will make you more successful ultimately when you're compressing months into seconds for your teams. The productivity is going to soar, the performance is going to soar. So it's a responsibility and it's a win-win game changer.
It is, but I want to share something with you. Another partner of ours brought a case study, and they said, "Look, here's a person in Sweden. They've fired 20% of their staff. They're doing so much better financially, and they've done it. They're going to do it again." And I said, "Wait, stop. I don't agree with that.
Good.
I don't agree with that case study. And I'm not really pleased with this man who's doing this. I know his name. I won't say it, especially in Sweden, because I don't think that's not a Swedish idea. There's a value in Sweden and Scandinavia of people hugely. And the fact that this case study is coming from Sweden is sort of a juxtapose. I don't think Swedish people are like this at all. It's not about cutting costs. It's about expanding capability. It's
Yeah.
about enriching what you do today and doing it better at a level that you could not imagine before. And it's about providing services at a level of, let's just use the word exquisite, at an exquisite level that other people, you're going to surprise everyone with. And I think we're going to spend time surprising one another at how good and how well and how exquisitely we do what we do as humans because we have the machines. And that's amazing. And you think
Wow.
about luxury brands, or you think about the high end, everything will be high end. Everything will be luxury. There won't be poor because nothing needs to be poor, because we have abundance and we have greatness and we have the ability. The limitation is going to be our interest, our
Yeah.
dedication, our education, right? That will be and I promise you, other people are going to be working exquisitely well, and they're going to eliminate the people who aren't. When I say eliminate, I mean they're going to disrupt them. And that's another thing we want to talk about is the disruptive nature of AI.
That's my favorite topic. What do you want to say
Really?
about that? This whole series is about disruption and how can we thrive in this new normal?
Disruption, I think, it has a sort of a connoissance of negative. Well, it's sort of like I'm the evil disruptor, okay? But what I see is the internet was a very disruptive force. It brought a lot of disruption to many industries. That's why we have new apps and new phones in our hands, because they were disrupting the other companies. With AI, you disrupt automatically. It's
Yeah.
not that you set out to be the disruptor.
Yeah.
I mean, some people will, and some people will be the evil disruptor, of course. That will be their goal in life, to knock everybody over. That's just kids on the playground, right? There's always one. But other people will just genuinely go about trying to do their best. And with AI, their best will disrupt.
I love disrupting for good. It's such a wonderful note to end on.
Yeah.
I love how optimistic you are about our future and just disrupting for good and becoming more successful because we were open-minded enough to adapt new technologies before everybody else in our field is already going to do that. So how can leaders reach out to you with this new exciting launch of Coaching 2100?
Okay. That's a great question. And there are a lot of ways you can reach us. We have a 12-point ecosystem, first of all. So we don't have everything ready yet, but we're launching. One of our partners says, you've got to start flying the plane. It's not going to
Yeah,
be finished yet, right? So
can't be stuck in perfection, just
yes.
fly the
So,
plane.
so we're going to fly the plane, but we're going to be in a state of what we're going to call the beta quarter. And for the next 3.5 months, we're going to be publishing a lot of the materials and transcripts that we've been working on for a long time. I was telling you before we started, believe it or not, we have 19 books that we've actually written, and we have a concept called Authorship 5.0. And that means that we actually write with our agents on purpose
Mhm.
to do certain things. They have a role and we have a role. And we were reading articles just last year where authors and publishers were talking about how this just can't happen. And this just isn't going to be published, and it's not domain. It's just not going to work. Look, we're not here to make money owning transcripts. We're here to help people advance. And so you're going to be able to find us through these books. One of our projects has 4,000 books, Lisa. Did
Oh
you hear
my
what I said?
God.
4,000 books. Of course, we don't write every book ourselves, but we've written all the research around it. And working with the AI systems, we're able to personalize and create literally tens of thousands of pages. I don't know if it's fair to say hundreds, but tens of thousands of pages of digital content that are specifically designed for corporate executives. So we're very excited about that project. It's coming out this year. But the other books that we've already written, you can find us. You'll be able to find us on Audible, and you'll find us on Amazon. So that's going to be great. You can find it at coaching2100.com. So that is our main webpage. You're going to see Visioning with Visionaries. That's our product. And it's Visioning with Visionaries, AI native executive development initiative, because this is not a program and this is not a course. This is a way of leading, and it's a way of learning, and it's a new way for executives to come into contact with information. And we not only write prolifically with a lot of research, but we are conducting new research that started this week. And it is a longitudinal study that will end September 15th, 2039.
Wow.
And we'll produce our results in 2040. So yes, it's a long time study, and we're very proud of it. We have all of the parts and pieces put together, and so it begins. And then we will do short-term research every week, and you'll be able to gain access to our research, and you'll be able to participate in our insights. So that's another way you can participate. And then finally, our courses and our ecosystem. It's what you need as a CEO, as a C-suite officer, as an emerging leader, to grasp what does it mean to be a great AI leader, and to begin practicing it with the support of our team and our partners who are here to help you be the best you can. And we're doing it in a way that financially it's impossible to imagine. We're coming with prices that are incredible for the value. And in comparison to all the programs in the marketplace, there's absolutely nothing like it. We're completely unique. And that's because we've taken the time, we've worked with the agents, we're using AI to its fullest of our capability. And it's going to be an amazing experience for anyone who's involved. If you're facilitating, if you're learning in the program, in every aspect, it's amazing.